Good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. We are going through Ephesians right now. We talked about, in these last 3 chapters, we're talking about how we are to relate to one another as we are Christians and what God expects from us. Okay? So we've spent some time in the last episodes about the relationship between husbands and wives. We're going to move on now to children. Okay, and this, don't think, this doesn't apply to me. Yeah, we're all children of somebody. Okay, and when it's talking about honor your father and mother, it's not like, when you turn 21, you don't have to honor them anymore. It goes all the way till the grave, and even after the grave, after they're dead, you don't, speak badly about them and dishonor them at that point either. Okay, so it's the title today is Children Obey Your Parents, and it's taken from Ephesians 6, 1 through 3, and then we're going to actually turn to another passage too. So Ephesians 6, 1 through 3 says this: Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy a long life on earth. Okay, it's real practical. If we obey our parents are telling us a lot of stuff, but if we obey our parents, there's a good chance we're going to have a long life on earth. Not saying that we're going to, it's going to be cut short with cancer or something like that, but a lot of times if we're not listening to our parents and obeying them, then we're cutting our own life short just by our own stupidity. And I want to go back to 1 Samuel. This is 1 Samuel 2, verses 18 to 16. So if you have your Bibles, you can turn back like I just did. It's 1 Samuel 2, verses 18 to 16. There are 3 characters in this passage here. Actually, 4 characters. There's Samuel, and he was raised by his parents, and his mother was so convinced and so thankful to God for Samuel being born that she immediately, after he's born, after he's weaned, gives him to God to serve God, all right, in the tabernacle. Then you have Eli and his sons, okay, and his sons, even though they're raised in the tabernacle there and are called to serve God, they are not serving God, okay. They're going through all the motions, they're doing the sacrifices and stuff, but they are actually very disobedient to God. And you're going to see, I want to read this short section here, the difference between Samuel and then the 2 boys, and it's Hophni and Phinehas, if I remember right. All right, so 1 Samuel, chapter 2, starting at verse 18 all the way to 26. But Samuel was ministering before the Lord, a boy wearing a linen ephod. Each year his mother made him a little robe and took it to him when she went up with her husband to offer annual sacrifices. Eli would bless Elkanah and his wife, saying, "May the Lord give you children by this woman to take the place of the one she prayed for and gave to the Lord." Then they would go home, and the Lord was gracious to Hannah. She gave birth to 3 sons and 2 daughters. Meanwhile, the boy Samuel grew up in the presence of the Lord. Okay, if you remember, we're going back in this story, this particular story. She is Hannah here is going and crying out to God because she doesn't have any children at all. Okay, and she's crying out to God. And the Lord gives her Samuel. And then Eli prays again, and he says, Lord, give her more children to replace Samuel, because Samuel is here working in the tabernacle with me. And the Lord blesses her and gives her 3 sons and 2 daughters. So that's a huge thing, going from can't have any children at all to now having a total of 6 children. All right? So, but it says here, that last line, meanwhile the boy Samuel grew up in the presence of the Lord. He was honoring his parents. He was honoring what his mom wished for him to do, and his dad also. So he continued to honor them, even though he wasn't living with them anymore, but he continued to honor them. Verse 22, now Eli, who was very old, heard about everything his sons were doing to all Israel, and how they slept with the women who served at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Okay, so a terrible thing they're doing, sleeping with the women that are there to serve. So verse 23, so he said to them, why do you do such things? I hear it from all the people about these wicked deeds of yours. No, my sons, the report I hear spreading among the Lord's people is not good. If one person sins against another, God may mediate for the offender. But if anyone sins against the Lord, who will intercede for him? His sons, however, did not listen to their father's rebuke, for it was the Lord's will to put them to death. And the boy Samuel continued to grow in stature and in favor with the Lord and with the people. So you can see here, Samuel continues to grow in favor with the Lord and in stature with people. And he becomes influential with the people, okay? The other two sons, not at all. And it says very clearly here, they would not obey their father. It comes down to the end, we get further into this book. And in the end, what happens is these two boys of Eli's are so disobedient, and God is so mad at what they're doing that he basically allows them to die early, okay? And that was their reputation. They went down, they died, and their reputation was always, their terrible, wicked ways of living and sinning against God. And it brought to an early death for him. However, Samuel continued to live, continued to serve the Lord, continued to honor his parents by serving the Lord like that. And he had a long life, all right? And he became very, very influential in the whole nation of Israel. So, huge difference there. So the bottom line is honor your parents. And it goes on, not just when you're a young kid, but all the way through your life. Thank you for watching. I'm a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through Ephesians. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.